afternoon, everyone. My name is Anastasia and you are on a cross-stitch channel. Today is an early afternoon of 17th of January, so it's high time to do a 2023 WIP read. And when I was counting my WIPs, it was interesting to know that last year I started in total 22 cross-stitch projects. I didn't know that. I didn't count on that. I wanted 30, but in total, if I count even the small ones, I started 22 cross-stitch projects. I finished 11 projects and it left me with another 23 cross-stitch projects. So I start my 2023 with 23 WIPs, and I did not know that. It was a surprise just now it was a surprise when I was getting ready for this video. So the mood of today's video is, first of all, my new earrings. If you can see, it's a tiny cat. I don't know if you can see well, but it's a little cat with this all. It's so cute, and they're actually very matchy with the bracelet that I have already. Also a tiny cat. Cannot see, whatever. So I'm super excited, and I bought these cats specially for Chinese New Year. Yes, they're not rabbits, but they go well with my Chinese New Year vest, which is like super cool. This is a lady, and that's her hair. On the back, it's better. It looks better, but whatever. So we are celebrating Chinese New Year this week, so I thought the mood of this episode will be Chinese New Year and generally just winter and holidays and some happiness in my life. So now let's start with the projects. I tried to put them into chronological order, and I found out that most of my projects are from 21 and 22. Like, I have one project from 2018, I think, and one project from 2020. That's it. Like, right now I don't have super old projects. Like, no more super olds, and that actually makes me happy. That I kind of like killing off my tails, like how we say it in Russian. I don't know how to say it in English, but in Russian we say we're killing off our tails. So it's like I'm keeping contemporary things, which I stitch like mostly every year. Okay, let's see. The oldest project I have so far is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Storytime Sampler. I might a little bit forget the names and designers, so give me a second there to remember. And the projects that I have like PDFs or could not find, I will just put the picture on. So this is what I should have had, and this is like my take on the whole thing. As you can see, it's not finished. I have like the half of this frame done. It's a Hobbit frame. I also need to do the Harry Potter frame, and then I have one extra frame, which, as far as I remember, I haven't even charted. Like, I haven't finished charting. I have a draft, but I haven't finished charting, and the top also. I haven't done the second color. Like, it's Storytime Classics. And as you can see, I changed most of the frames, the order. Some of them like I found from people, some of them I charted by myself. So that's how it is. And this is so far the oldest project I have. I'm not sure if I even worked on it in 2022, but seeing that I don't have much more left, I think it's safe to say that it will be finished soon. It will be finished soon. I can't say it will be finished this year. I'm not gonna give any promises, but just by taking them out and remembering and looking at them, it makes me wanna like stitch them all and at once. So, but I already have my like first plans, so I will share that at the end. And I have a new start this year already in January. I made a new start, but it's a very secret start. It's a super secret start, and I will show it at the end. So This one is from 2020, and this is a Merry Christmas dogs from Nadezhda Nagornaya. She's a Ukrainian designer, and you can see I don't have much left. I think I did work on it last year, and I worked on it for Stitch for Ukraine. And last year I finished the dogs. Mostly finished the dogs. Like I definitely finished this dog and the long one, and I don't think I did finish all the colors in this dog, but probably. There is another dog here, and there are presents under the Christmas tree. So you can see what it's all about, right? But it also have a ton of backstitch, like all the European designers. It has Eastern European design, let's say like that, not Russian designers. It's like Eastern European designers. They all have like lots of backstitch. So I have no idea why I didn't finish it last year. Like, it's not much left, and I love backstitching. I love backstitching. So I'm really not sure why I just haven't finished it. It will not take me that long, but I guess I'm keeping it. I'm still keeping it this year. Another start of 2020, like our coronavirus starts, was a sale from ABC Designs, Dogs of Disney. So this is how I am. As far as I remember, they have 5 rows, or no, 4 rows, 5 dogs in each. So I have 4 dogs in each row. I will make another dog in each row, like add 1 more dog in each row. I'm not doing 4 dogs, and it should be a little less, like maybe like this, but I have a very big piece for it. These are my dogs so far, and I'm doing their names in backstitch, but the font, I'm like taking it from my head. Like, it's just I chart this font just on a piece of paper, like I print out, it was PDF pattern, so I print out. When I finish the dog, I chart its name, and then I just stitch it on. So these are all the dogs. I love them dearly. Probably there are some substitutions already here. I'm not sure. Like, I remember she Abissieu, very talented, amazing designer. She charted like the whole pattern, and then she gave us additional 5 or 6 dogs, and I may have substituted like dogs in the chart with additional dogs, because some of the dogs in the chart, like, I didn't see those movies like too much, but these ones are my favorite. These ones are like I spent my childhood with, so yep. And yeah, I'm planning to do 2 more rows and 5 dogs in each. This is a 32 count even width. Normally I forget to tell like the counts, the fabrics. I don't really know. Like, I see a lot of floss tubers saying the counts, the fabrics, the floss, everything they use. For me, like, I don't focus on it so much. I'm sorry. So mostly I forget to say that. So if you're interested in anything, like you can be interested in what count is it, what floss is it, what fabric did I use, where I bought it, anything, just ask me in the comments and I will answer it to my best of my capabilities. Also, this year I will not be doing links. Like, all my WIP parades before, I was doing like a whole list of links in the description box, like with designer, their link to the group, or like Facebook account or Instagram account. I don't see how it's really important, since I don't have too many WIPs. Like, I only have 22. Most of them are pretty famous names. If you don't know someone, if you're really interested to know, to buy this pattern, you can just text me, and you can, if you don't want to leave a comment on YouTube, you can go on Instagram and send me a DM. I will link my Instagram. Also, there is a link to VK, and also there is a link to my Facebook. I might answer on Facebook a little longer. Like, normally I check Facebook like once a week. So if you texted me and you didn't get reply from me, it's not like I don't want to reply you or I don't like you or something like that. No, like actually every text makes me so happy. But just I'm sorry if it's urgent, but please wait for my reply. So next project I already started in 2021. So that's all. Like from 2020 I only have 2 projects. And 2021, it's an owl forest embroidery, and this is a frog princess. Yes, this is a frog princess. Their kit. This was a time when I still could buy things from Russia. So this is where I am, and I remember working on it last year for March Madness. And how the pattern is that Owl Forest Embroidery provides you a pattern with the pieces which you cut out. So as far as I remember, like I finished the upper piece, and this is just one piece of the pattern. So basically there are like maybe 2 pieces finished out of the whole pattern. This is their kit fabric, this is their kit floss, everything. Like I didn't substitute anything. Like this is how it is, and I'm loving it. Their patterns, of course, is so wonderful, so easy. The transfusion of colors in their floss is amazing. Like you see just brown one, but you actually see some breaks in the columns, like, and it's all one floss, like one floss. It's just variegated so amazingly that it actually make it looks like breaks. It's just amazing floss, and they have different instructions on how to use this floss if you like want to make variegation more vertically, or if you want to make variegation more horizontally, if you want to make variegation more natural, and you close each like each cross you stitch you close at the same time. So they do provide a lot of instructions, so basically even every stitched piece will be different from your neighbors, because let's say everyone will stitch differently, just for convenience sake. So yeah, this is a big piece. I still have a lot. They do give you big margins, but it will be up to here, so it's still a big piece, and I do love working on it. I don't know why I don't work more on it. Like looking at it right now, I just want to like stop the video and sit and stitch on it. But I think I can say that about all my projects. Like, I don't think I have a project that I'm reluctant to stitch. I think I love them all. I think I started 2021. Actually, the first project of 2021 was my long dog sampler, but I don't have it with me right now since my kindergarten is closed for about 2 months now. That piece stayed in the kindergarten because it was my lunchtime project. It was in my locker. I didn't take it back home every day, I just left it there. And they announced the closure of the kindergarten very suddenly. I mean, not forever, just for some period of time, but it was very suddenly, and I was sick after that, so I was not able to retrieve it. And now, after so long, it would be kind of silly to ask them, can I go there and please open the whole kindergarten for me just so I can take my cross stitch. So it's there. I will work on it, and I will show you the picture where I stopped. Just work in progress picture from Instagram probably. And I believe I finished 60% there. Like my cross stitch saga says it's over 60%, maybe 61 or 62%, but it's over 60%, so it's more than half done. Actually, I wanted so much to finish it before the start of this year, but it never happened. Whatever, I will probably finish it this year, as soon as the kindergarten will open. So next one. Next one was my birthday start for 21. This is Romantic Jane from Victoria Ivchenko. It's of course Jane Eyre. She's like reading, she's so romantic. I love this kind of patterns. I love Victoria Ivchenko girls. She has like different kind of girls like sewing, stitching from some books with some animals. She has lots and lots of them, ballerinas. So if you love this kind of cartoonish artwork, she bought a lot of like illustrations from this artist. So if you like the cartoonish kinds of work, you should definitely go look at her works. But I have to say, they are not easy. Like, they have tons of blends, and they have like 3/4, they have lots of backstitch. I believe it was my birthday start. This is a printed linen. This is a linen 32 count, and it is printed like this part is like peachy marble and this part is like pure white. And I've been working on her face and just some of the flowers. I believe these are flowers. And you already can see, like, yes, I've spent so much work on her, and it is not easy, but it does pay off. Like, all these blends, all these like 3/4, they do pay off, and they look stunning. Like, just her face. It will have more backstitch, and it will have like hair and everything. She doesn't even have brows right now. Brows are like empty there, but she looks so amazing. So of course I want to stitch more on her. I just don't know when, because she's such a big piece and kind of complicated. But she will be so stunning. Like, this piece I want to give to myself. Next project that I started, I believe in 21 also. I should just stop saying that. I will tell you when it will be 2022 starts. Is John Clayton's. It's a company, Heritage Crafts, but they did a lot of kits based on John Clayton's artworks. Actually, I don't think they are kits anymore. They're mostly just patterns. But yeah, so this is the piece, but it will look like this. So it's not in a circle, but it's like watercolor smudges. So it will look amazing. It will look amazing. And I remember I did it again on a printed marble pattern. This is more subtle, like, than that peachy one. This is super subtle, but it's like brownish marble. I don't know how to show you. Like, not on the camera, on the eye, you can see the subtlety. It looks like parchment, like very new parchment, not old. So this is also 32 count linen. It's printed, like, this side is a little marble. I think you can see some parchmenty there. And this side is like super white. And this is my first 1,000 stitches. Like, you can basically see the whole house. Yeah, the first 1,000 stitches is whole house. I do like to start project and put in like 1,000 stitches in it, and then like switch projects if I need to, because 1,000 stitches already gives you a bigger start. So you can't just like frog 20 stitches and like forget about it. No, I have it in the middle of an amazing fabric. I have 1,000 stitches, so of course I will eventually finish it. I did very big margins here, so the whole design is not so big. I believe it just takes like the middle part. Yeah, actually the design is not really that big. If this is the house, I just have like all this around and that's it. Like basically it's not that big. I just left very big margins so I could frame it. I'm not sure if I want a square frame or circle frame. I'm working on it. Next one is a pattern from Hello from Liz Matthews, First Day of Christmas sampler tree. This was a present from a dear friend, and I don't know, I saw this stitched in so many floss tubes. I saw so many people like showing the WIP, so I fall in love with it, and I'm thinking of stitching the tree. Yeah. Finishing it as a tree. I'm not gonna stitch the whole thing, and it actually, on the pattern, it tells you like directions, how to see, like how you need to stitch the triangle, not the whole rectangle. But when I checked, like when my triangle from the middle will cut the pattern, and that how much you can still see on this tree. It's kind of bigger. So I will be stitching a little more than the triangle, just a little more. So when I'm like folding the tree, it still has like something. But yeah, it's not a small project either. I believe this is all. I just didn't center it correctly. And this is a 28. No, 32. This is a 32 count even weave, hand dyed by one of the Taobao sellers. And this is where I am right now. So basically I do have the biggest piece of the pattern, the partridge, already finished. And all I need to do is like pear tree, some pears. So it's not a big stitch. I think it will be like finishing somewhere here. Yeah. So it's actually not a big stitch. What gives me difficulty here is that this even weave is very stiff. I got it from a Taobao seller, so just to try her. Like, I never bought anything from her, and I think she put so much color in it, so it's like really stiff. Like, you see, like I squish it and it still holds the like I don't know how to show you. It's like it's not flowing. This piece can stand on its own. It can stand. So I think this is the most difficulty why I'm stitching it so little, but it stitches pretty fast. I stitched like about 2 times on it and it's already like half done. My own conversion of the colors from some kind of Japanese floss. It's not normal like DMC floss, it's very thick Japanese floss, so I'm actually doing it like in one strand of Japanese floss, and the coverage is amazing. And that's it for 2021. Yeah, so let's start with 2022. 2022 I started with my first start. It's actually also a first pattern by a Chinese designer. She's a Chinese designer which like does Eastern European styles patterns, but her patterns are ginormous. She has like 16 pages in this pattern. 16 pages! This is like one of the biggest pieces so far. I remember I started it as substitute for my persimmons and magpies. I was thinking like when I finish my persimmons and magpies, I could have another giant project which I will be like stitching a couple pages a year. So this is what I have so far. She does not sell patterns, she sells like the whole kits. She sells the kits and all the floss and all the fabric. So if this is I believe this is 28 count. If I would stitch it on 28 count, this is how big it should be. Just saying. So I'm not stitching it as big. I'm doing it with petite stitches. So this is my first tiny page, and this is actually like right in the middle with this cat. You can see the cat, a little of the bow, her start of the hair, some pillow. So this is the very middle of the design. This is one page done and all backstitched. Yes, this is where I really could say backstitch is killing me, because this is so just tiny. I'm doing in petites and then backstitching over petites. Yeah. So, but I still love it. I still love it. I still want to stitch it, and I still enjoy it so much. So the process of stitching it is not easy, because basically she doesn't have saga, she doesn't have pattern keeper, so it's a PDF patterns which she prints out for you and just sends you paper. So basically you have to stitch it from the paper, which I'm sorry, I kind of like starting to forget how to do, because lots of my projects are in cross stitch saga, in pattern keeper, in like electronic variant. where I can mark it and don't need so many things, but she's using paper. So yeah, it's kind of difficult. Though, as far as I remember, her pattern is have colorful signs, so it's not so difficult. It's not like black and white and crazy. Next pattern is Nadezhda Gavrilenkova. It's a tiger and a peony. Ta-da! Ta-da! This is you can see that a lot of my patterns have hook marks. I try to iron them a little bit, but since most of them are still works in progress, I didn't like iron them too much. They will be washed and they will be ironed at the end. So, but you still like see this amazing beauty. So, I believe this is 70% done, 60% done of the pattern, just because the tiger is like still have lots of floss I need to fill in. I still have like this big chunk of greens that should be here, that's like leaves, and there is a lot of backstitch here, so it's not a lot of work, but I need to finish it before April. I had already some ideas to pick it up like this past week, but last week, but I was like, no, I will make a WIP video, and after the WIP parade video I will start working on it, so you can actually see how I finished 22 with it. So I'm happy because I think last year I made a resolution to work on it every month, and every month I would put in 1,000 stitches on it, and then after summer I stopped working on it at all. So at least half a year, or maybe more than a half a year, I was keeping it up, and now I have to finish it before April. So I think I will try to do like 500 stitches a week on it, so before April, because my parents-in-law, mom and dad, are both tigers by their Chinese zodiac, and they will be, their birthdays are 1st and 4th of April, or 1st and 5th of April, so they always celebrate together. So I want to give them as like joint present. Of course there will be something else, but just a big tiger with peonies, like tiger is a father and peony is a mother. Something like this. Yep, this piece I'm 100% will be stitched soon, like this week and every week, and will be finished in 23. My next new start was Dimensions, a love ornament. This is it, and this is just how much I've done it. I think this is like 1,000 stitches, but because they are all half stitches, so there are 2,000 of half stitches, that's why it looks so big. And actually like this whole project is kind of small. So of course it's Dimensions, so they have half stitches in 2, half stitches in 3 folds, half stitches in 4 folds here, and it's on a rather stiff 18 count Ada. So I can't say it's amazing to work on, but the result, I want the result. I love Dimensions projects. I love how they look like a real, like a piece of art, like a real painting. So of course I will be working on it more. I want to finish it, and I need 3 more to do. Next designer is Olga Lankevich from her, I think her like brand name is Paradise Stitch, and this is called Pagoda. This is like kind of Chinese design, kind of Chinese theme design, and this is where I'm now. Another 1,000 stitches. It could be like that. I haven't seen the design for a long time. Like, I will put this picture for you, but actually I haven't seen it for a long time, so I'm not sure where the top, where to bottom, but I don't think it's really matters because it's not much. You can basically see the white and purple. That's it. Also, this is on 18 count, very stiff Ada. Again, hand painted, hand dyed by the Taobao seller. I bought several pieces from her, so I decided to use them all. Not all of them, but most of them. Another project that I started last year was like my own creation. So I think 2021 and the first half of 2022, I was really into playing Cookie Run. Cookie Run is like a mobile game, a runner where you collect all the cookies, you play some different mini games with them, you run, like it's just fun little thing, like Stardew Valley or something like this. So to commemorate more than a year of playing this mobile game, mostly every day, every single day, I decided to chart my own pattern and like make it in like maybe pillow or something like this. So I started with onion cookie. This is supposed to be like very sad girl. She's actually a ghost girl. She's onion and she's a ghost, and she's very sad because she's onion and she cries a lot. And the next one was macaroon cookie. So it's not finished, just like cross stitches, no back stitch, but you can see there are macaroons in her hair. There is a macaroon like a hat, and she's playing a drum, and it's very macaroony colors. I gave myself a giant piece of to work on. I was like, yay, I will do all the cookies. And then the process was like charting them and then stitching them and then back stitching them. And I'm still not entirely happy with my onion cookie. So this project right now is frozen, for at least for the time being, and the moment that I get some inspiration back, I will be working on it again. As of now, I'm thinking maybe not do it as a giant pillow, but like separate cookies, or maybe stop this cross stitch project and make the cookies just in backstitch or something like this. So I'm not sure. I'm still working on this idea, but we will be coming back to it. This project is a part of a 3 of patterns, of which I have 2. This is hands-on designs, and they are Christmas patterns about flamingos. So last year I started flamingo all the way, and it barely fit my criteria of more than 1,000 stitches for small projects, because this is 1,000 stitches. And if you can see, I even think it's like 900 stitches or something, because the whole project would be 1,000 stitches. All I have to do left is like the stick where they're sitting, their beaks, their eyes, and just the toys, like a Christmas toys around them. So this is where I am now, and this is a very quick stitch, I suppose I did it like in a day or 2, because it's super quick. There are not many colors. Basically, like, the pattern is on the back of this, and it's super small. I think there are like 9 colors here. 9 colors. So yeah, this would be definitely a finish this year, even if I decided to finish it on the last day of 2023. I think I can do it. So yeah, definitely a finish this year. And I would like to continue with a next flamingo, the flamingo bells. And I still need to acquire the 3rd pattern in the series, also about flamingos. This was a new start about Teresa Coggett's, what is it? Oh My Soul. Thank you to my dear friend. I had a certificate into the shop to buy some patterns I would really love, and I actually bought a different angel from them, but they sent me this angel, and I was like, they wanted to exchange the angel if I send it to them back or something. It was a couple years ago when we did all this, so I'm not sure right now, but I'm pretty sure the whole story is somewhere in my back videos. So I decided not to change it. Like, it would be too much work to send back from China just one chart to get another angel. I will eventually buy it and stitch it like sometime in the future, but for now I'm working on this angel. And oh my god, I forgot how crazy Teresa Coggett's patterns are. confetti in everything. So what I decided to do is I'm not stitching the background. Instead, I chose this amazing plum color and I started in the corner. I think there are only 3 colors here basically, but you can see like 3 colors in big blocks is good, but you can see that all the empty spaces are basically confetti. So I think I will be doing like an outline in the main colors first, and I do not have it in XSD or Saga or Pattern Keeper. I'm stitching this from the paper. So yeah, I will be outlining the chunks of color first, and then I will be filling in like confetti. But yeah, this piece is big and I just started from the bare corner. But I love it. I love how it looks on a plum color. And I noticed that after this work, I started at least 3 more on a plum color. So basically now I have a lot of WIPs on plum. Next start was Liang Mei, my cat from Xenia X Stitch Box, as I believe. She's a free... I wanted to say freelancer designer, but I guess all designers are freelancers. You can order her custom-made patterns, and she will make a pattern based on your picture of your animal. So this is my Liang Mei. I know, I mean, like, it's almost done. It's almost done. First of all, I finished all the outline of the black. So this is how big the design. It's so tiny. It's tiny. Second, I finished the whole her name, all in her shirt. Like this is all filled in. All I need is fill in, I think, 2 colors of grayish, pinkish in her face, 1 color of orange in the flowers, and 1 color of greens, and it will be done. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet, but I know why I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished it yet because it's like kind of boring. It's a little boring, like big chunks of the same color, especially this banner. After being spoiled by so many European designers with so many color changes and blends and difficulty of everything, sometimes when I get kinda easy pixelated patterns like this, it's a little boring. Like you just stitch and stitch with the same color. You stitch like 2,000-3,000 stitches, and it's like, when I'm gonna change color? Yeah, you can say like, why don't you like do 1 thread of this, 1 thread of that? That kills my time. Like that kills my mood. If I need to put a lot of floss in front of me, I prefer like take 1 color, finish it. Take another color, finish it all. And when it's too much of the same color, it's like not fun. It doesn't mean I don't like this pattern. I love this pattern. I love how it looks. I love the baby May. This is actually one of her first photos. It was one of her first photos when she appeared in our apartment. So of course I love her. Of course I love her. I want to stitch her. I want to put it on my wall. I want to dedicate a whole wall only to stitching Sphinx cats and May, and Michal already sent me at least like 2 or 3 other Sphinx patterns from Etsy. He always will be like, oh look, I found another Sphinx for you. I'm like, yay, I just need to finish 1 and then I can start another. Maybe it can be kind of tradition. When I finish 1 Sphinx cat, I can start another one. I don't know, it's just fun. It's generally fun, but maybe next time I should start something more difficult. And this year I also started my first mill heel. So this was a present from my husband and my first mill heel ever. To tell the truth, I'm not a fan of beading. And so this little tiny mill heels, well, you like cross stitch half and then you bead half, and you then like need to cut out like tiny thing, and it's either like a Christmas toy or a magnet. Maybe because I haven't stitched it yet. Maybe in real life it's much more amazing than on a video or on the photos, but so far it didn't capture my heart. But whenever people will show like big square artworks, especially framed, I would be like, ooh, that looks good. So finally I was able to get, my husband was able to actually to get one of these. It's actually very difficult to get 80 mil heel in China, and this was my first 1,000 stitches. Yeah, this whole thing is like first 1,000 stitches. I started with a border because there is no beading in the border, and it's kind of easy to just count from one color to another, though there are color changes. I see at least 3 different browns here. It's not even 2, there are 3 different browns here. Yeah, and I think I started like from bottom corner and go up and go to the other side. So this is bottom corner, and of course I want to work on it. I'm kind of afraid to take it as a travel stitch. If you have some experience with stitching on this perforated paper, please tell me how sturdy it is, because so far I'm afraid to breathe on it. I'm trying to be super gentle. I'm trying not to put too much like hand grease oily on it, and like not to squish it so much. I think that's why I haven't worked on it a lot, though we did went on several travels last year, and we will go again. But I'm a little afraid to take it on a travel, even for cross stitches, not for beading, but just for cross stitches, just because like travel is really rough and I need something like hard and easy, and this is like, I'm afraid to like punch a hole on it or something, so like crumble it. So if you have experience, please tell me, how sturdy are these things? Do you ever had an accident? Do you like only stitch it at home, or did you ever take it with you? Like, what do you do? I know that some people try to stitch it on a frame and they add like fabric on the sides, like they sew it to the fabric. So I believe it like kind of sturdy. Like if you can sew fabric on the sides and stretch it, it's kind of sturdy. But how? Is it okay if I take it on a travel, like on airplane, or because I will put it in a backpack. I will just put it in a backpack, and I don't have hard travel project bags. Like project bags, I have just some soft ones. I'm not sure. Next art was Virvaco, and this has some Italian name, which I will definitely butcher. Could be Italian, because Virvaco is Italian company, right? Could be French. Son de Sudan 4. Son de Sudan 4. I don't know, just like, I really love this style of pattern, and I think at the moment when I started it, I was in a kind of dark place in my mind, so I needed really nice colors, really good colors. It is a kit. It's a kit with the pattern, and there was Ada. It's supposed to be 16.4 inches on 12.8 inches, so it's kind of big. And I remember I changed it into even width. This is 32 count Turkish even width, so it's kind of soft. It's very soft Turkish even width, and I'm doing it 1/1. I started in the right middle. Right in the middle, I believe this is somewhere here. So this is where my first 1,000 stitches are at. It's already very colorful. I mean, it's a little boring stitching like big pieces of it. At first I didn't think that they would be like giant pieces of it, but when you're doing 1/1, or in my case I think I'm doing 2/1, so it flies faster. It flies faster than the normal project and normal stitch, so I don't think it will bore me too much. And the colors, I love the colors. They're like a color therapy. So I think I will probably work on it more in the summer, because this is like very summer vibe for me. I want more of these colors in my summer. Next project is Nature's Piece from Carriage House Templates, and I fall in love with this picture. I saw it, I fall in love, I wanted it, and I never thought that it's gonna be so small. So this is the whole piece. This is where I am at, but this is the first 1,000 stitches, plus this is actually 32 count Murano, so it's even weave, 32 count, it's printed. You can see it's like marbled, and this side is just normal brown. But this is it. This will be all. I did correct measurements, so on 32 count, this will be all. And actually, I thought it's gonna be bigger. I really thought it's gonna be a big piece. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's gonna be a little bigger than the picture. That's it. I don't know why this like pattern made me think it's much bigger. It's actually not. Like, you can actually see all the stitches here, so it's not much bigger. But this is where I'm at. I started some trees, the mountain, the goat. Yeah, and these are the first 1,000. How many do you think there is? Like 4,000 at all? It's like such a quick stitch. This is another design from Olga Lankiewicz from the company, not company, she's like one-man company, one-woman company, Paradise Stitch. And this is called Apple Blossom. So this is very watercolory design, and I have lots of watercolor here. I'm actually not sure which way. Like, I'm sorry, when I will edit, I will download all the pictures from their websites or from their groups, and I will put them in the video. But before the video, I haven't reviewed them, I haven't seen them again. So I believe this is less than 1,000 stitches, maybe 1,000 stitches, maybe 1,000 stitches, maybe less. There is I think there is 1,000 stitches, but there is a lot of like half stitches, and it's actually interesting. The colors are amazing, but I don't know what it is. Just some blobs of color. So I did 1,000 and then I left it, and now I don't know what it is. My next project was a restart actually, but I counted it as a new project because I disposed of the old one and I have a new one. So this is this Santa from The Charms of Christmas, the book by Leisure Arts. And I before started it on even weave, very low quality, very soft Turkish even weave, maybe Belarusian, maybe Turkish. Both of them are very, very soft, very low quality. So I think the whole view it cheapened out because it's supposed to have like not a full coverage, and it should have some nice charms and like golden thread, a lot of it, and just like it should look very festive. It should like look amazing. By the way, it looked on my fabric, it didn't, so I decided to order some opalescent fabric. Yeah, you can see how golden it is, right? It's like super golden when I do it on the sun. Yeah, it shines and shimmers. It's amazing. So this is the piece. I believe this this is it, maybe? Probably, yeah, because no, I was right the first time. Yeah, this is his sack, and this is the Santa, and this is the first 1,000 stitches. How does it show so it will show in the light better? Yeah, you can see the hoop marks. This piece I ironed the least because I'm really afraid to iron the opalescent fabric. I'm not sure like how it's made, so I'm super scared to iron it, so I'm like, just a little. And the last start of 2022 was Autumn Lane Stitchery, their Secret Sow, 12, I believe it's 12-part sow, which only 5 parts are released. And I have done almost finished with the part 3. So I did part 1, 2, and 3. I did fair big margins on it, but it's still a giant project. basically it's the size of a good mirabilia. Yeah, like Autumn Lane Dark Queen cells are the size of mirabilia. They are giant, and their parts are ginormous too. So this is done on a 32 count even weave. In this marbled look, it is also a printed pattern because this way it's blue, this way it's just light blue. And each part is like 3,000 stitches. So there is little less than 9,000. And what I just need to fill in this part, and part 3 will be done. I cannot say that I'm gonna keep up with this project. Like, this is a giant project. And I know a lot of people do keep up, and I really respect these people. Like, when one part is released and a couple days later, they already finish the part. I was like, wow, how much time do you have? But unfortunately, I do have a new start this year. And as much as this is a secret start, this will be my very big focus project for the next couple months. So I'm happy to present you nothing. No, I will show you. Like, it's gonna be big. So first of all, I'm gonna show you the fabric. I chose plum fabric, but it will look good on white, it will look good on pink, it will look good on blue, peach, basically on any color. Most of it are whites. It has some gray and pink. So I think it will look good basically on any color. It could be yellow, could be gray, whatever. Black also good. Just, I thought it will really pop up on this plum color. So this is the margins. I gave it really big margins though. I gave it like this much margins on each side because I want to make it in a pillow. And why is it a secret? Because in May my mom will come visiting me and I want to give her a surprise present. So it is gonna be a present for my mom. So unfortunately my mom watches my videos. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm sorry. Because of my mom. But I can show you the progress. I think almost till the very end it will not be possible to like understand what it is. So, and it's really big. It's like 26,000 stitches. This is just first 1,000. Let me show you. This is this ornament. I'm stitching it right now, so I know where it's up and down. So this is the night now. It's 2 colors actually, not one. It's 2 colors. And interesting thing about this project is that it has 41 solid colors, 20 blends. It's really big. And it has backstitch too, so I have 3.5 months to finish 26,000 stitches. And so right now I'm a little comfortable for it because I still have like basically 13 more days of January. I can stitch every day a lot. At least 500 stitches a day I can stitch in January. But then from February I'm going back to work. So I'm not sure how it will be, but I will power through. I will power through and push it through. And this I should finish before May. Like before the end of April. I should be done with it and FFO it into an amazing something. And it will be another present for my mom because I already gave her, last time she visited me, I gave her 2 framed pieces, so I don't want to give her another framed piece. So I was thinking about a pillow thingy. And then suddenly I took part in the sale in VK Vkontakte, where the European designers, Eastern European designers or Russian designers, they give away free patterns. They're actually not free, but in the sale they give you free pattern, but you have to stitch it like every week at least 500 stitches, and you have to report and you have to show the pictures. So this is the deal about why is it free. So when I saw this pattern, I was like, wow, this is so cute. I want to give it to my mom. It's amazing. It's like, I don't want to spoil what's the topic, but it's really amazing. And then it's like, I saw that it is 26,000. Oh my god, it's giant. It's giant. I can't say it's bigger than the Dark Queen of the Earth, but it's definitely bigger than all the things I have here. Individually. Not together, but individually. It's bigger than all the things I have here. So it's my biggest project at the moment. Because I think the magpies and persimmons were bigger than this. So I'm doing it on 32 count, 2x2 cross stitch, full cross stitch. And I'm gonna work on it. So this was my big secret. And if you're really dying to know what I'm stitching, you can give me a DM on Instagram or Facebook, and I will send you the picture. But if not, I will keep it a secret, and we will see it gradually. And I think May's trying big doors, so it's time for me to say goodbye and go hug my little girl. So thank you so much for being with me and seeing my 23 projects. We saw 22, but there are actually 23 with my long dog. I did not expect these numbers. I did not expect these numbers to be that. Like, okay, whatever. I'm so happy. So thank you for being with me, and see you next time. Bye!